You're searching for answers. Stop searching,
Yeah.
because if you're looking for something, you usually won't find it. Something usually comes to you when you're not looking.
All right, so we're back with Unknowntruthzz, and today I'm here with Dave. Yes, sir. So today's question is, what part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
What part of me had to die to become the person that I am today? Ego. Ego death has probably been the most transformational for me. Once I realized the full dimensions of the ego and how the ego is like a tool, just like anything else we're possessed with, but happen to like kill it, like kill that part of myself and just kind of be free to just the flow of life and not allowing my ego to control how I make decisions. That opened up a lot of doors for me in terms of how I built relationships, how I was able to kind of mend and repair some old relationships, and how I build relationships going forward. Like when I come into situations, I'm not coming with ego because I'm aware of what it can do. Now I do know how to use my ego. Being an artist, I do use ego sometimes as more as like that bravado that you need to like get a point across. But the awareness of it like helps a lot. So, but yeah, definitely an ego death. Like, and I've had a few of them. It's been different, sessions over the course of my life where you're like, oh wow, there's another layer to ego that I gotta kill. So that definitely be my answer. Ego death.
Ego death. So for my people out there that's going through ego battles, do you have any advice during your journey that you faced and ways to cope with that ego death, just overcoming these obstacles, that you could give advice to people that may be struggling with this at home?
Yeah. The first thing I would say is try your hardest to silence your mind, like being still. Like that's the only way you can start to have conversations with your ego and with yourself is if you're still and so that you can listen to those internal thoughts and you can separate like what's ego and like what's really me, what's really like coming from the heart. So stillness and silence and conversations with yourself, like those things are what gets you in tune with your ego, and then you'll know what to do from there.
Who are we here with today?
I'm Hannah.
I'm Andrea.
So today's question is, what part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
Say that again.
What part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
It's a deep question.
Y'all can take your time. Y'all can take your time.
Maybe my confidence need to grow, and my awareness of what people thought of me had to die, and then not caring about that helped me become the person I am.
That's good. I think wanting to like control everything and be a perfectionist, I had to let that go a little bit to like live life a little because you can't control everything. And the second that you think you're going to control everything, you just get disappointed. You just set your expectations so high and then everything disappoints. You can't live life like that.
And just so for my people that's also going through just trying to be a perfectionist and trying to grow in their aspects, and y'all have to face your obstacles in order to notice and grow, what advice would you give those people back at home that you think will help them in their journey?
I'd say if you love doing what you do, just do it and don't care or think too much about what people say or say about you. And if you love it and you stick with it, you're going to succeed.
I agree. And kill everybody with kindness.
Yeah.
Always be kind. That'll get you through everything. Just stay positive and be nice.
Kill them with kindness, stay positive, and just don't care what they think.
Wax, J Wax.
All right, J Wax. So the question I got for you today is, what part of you had to die for you to become the person you are today?
Oh wow, that's an amazing question, dog. BJ, that's an amazing question. Damn, what part of me had to die for me to become the person I am today? I would say self-doubt for sure. That's the main part that I had to kill. It's just that overthinking and self-doubt, and just start more so just doing. Stop being in my head so much.
And then as you experience self doubt and you experience those obstacles, because that's what self doubt is. It's really you going to your potential, but your body like this not normal for me. But you experiencing those obstacles. You got people at home that's experiencing self doubt that will never push forward. What advice would you give them to the people that's at home like experiencing doubt that helps you along your path?
I would say mainly just continue to strive to what you love to do. So your passion, whatever you're passionate about, tap into that. No matter You know what I mean? We go through life, and a lot of times life takes a toll on us.
Yeah.
And, you know, we kind of get off track for what we love to do. But I would say mainly just whatever you're passionate about, stick to it no matter what, and don't care what anybody else say, and stay out your head and just keep going. You're gonna have days when you don't feel like doing it, and you do it. That'd be the most amazing days when the most magical shit happens.
But and then where can the people find you?
I'm on IG as smooth as wax. You can also find me on SoundCloud JWax. I'm on Apple Music JWax, so that's capital JWAX with an apostrophe.
I bet. Who am I here with?
Cleo Court.
And today's question is, what part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
I love. Okay, hold on. First of all, to the question, yeah. The part of me that had to die was the part that was afraid of being myself. Yeah, the part that was afraid of being me authentically had to die. The one that was afraid of upsetting people, or that was afraid of stepping on toes and taking up space.
And just if you could give any advice to people that's out there dealing with, all right, I'm still trying to understand myself. Like I'm not fully aware of who I am or what I like to do. And during your journey, you faced obstacles. No, during your journey, you faced obstacles. What advice would you give those people just to overcome those obstacles and just learning more about themselves authentically?
You know, the only thing, it's a cliche, but the biggest thing I can say is like get out there and try different things. Like, you know, in order to figure out what you want, you have to figure out what you don't want. And that same rule applies to trying to find out who you are. You got to figure out who you're not. You know, go out and try some things. I learned that I wasn't into partying when I went and hung around a bunch of partiers. I was like, okay, now I know this is not me. So definitely get out there and try various things, get to know yourself, spend some time alone, and really like sit with you. That would be my thing. Yeah.
And where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Apple Music, streaming platforms, Cash App at Cleo Court, which is CLEOCRT. That's CLEOCRT.
Thank you. Am I here with today?
You're here with Nydeja Phillips, or the Sax Lady.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, that was loud. All right, so today's question is, what part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
Wow, that is a deep question. I would say the part of me that feels like couldn't accomplish a lot or couldn't reach a certain type of goal because I feel like it limited me from being able to get where I'm at right now. So letting that part of me die has let me reach like levels I never thought I could reach. Like just keep pushing myself, improving myself more, and I'm just super happy with where I'm at today. So
And it's crazy because there's so many people facing this obstacle and problem. And I'm a victim of the same thing.
right.
I didn't have the confidence to even get on camera. But talking to the people back at home that are watching this video, that will watch this video, what advice would you give them facing like, dang, that goal just seems so big, so too big for me to achieve. And I've been at it for a year or two, and I still haven't seen any results. What advice would you give them, knowing like you done passed obstacles and stuff? What advice would you give to them on their journey?
I would definitely say take it day by day. Don't try to look so far ahead to where you're like overloading yourself with the possibility or, just take it day by day. Take on what you can take on for that moment and just keep moving forward. Keep pushing yourself and tell yourself, like, in 5 minutes, I'm going to be better than I am the last 5 minutes. Like, if you have to take it like that, just pace yourself and give yourself some grace to go through what you're going through. So.
Hey, I appreciate it. And where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, all the social medias as Nydeja. But on recently on Instagram, I have the Sax Lady or Deja Designs as well because I'm also an artist. So follow my main page and you'll be able to find me. It's NIDAZYA.
Thank you.
My name is Tara.
Tara, so the question I got for you today is, what part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
Ooh, that's a really tough one. You know what? I think my heart had to die a little bit.
Your heart.
Yeah, you had to get your heart broken to be who you are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had to experience a little bit of pain, go through that, and learn how to rebuild yourself. So yeah, I would say my heart.
And then as a guy that I used to be super nice. I used to give, yes, yes, yes. Try to bring everybody up to my level.
Yeah.
I suffered so many cuts just doing that, and I grew into, all right, I'm done being that type of guy. And then I tried to be another guy that wasn't me and had to rediscover myself all over again. What advice would you give people just for caring about people too much?
Great question. You're speaking to a great person to answer this because I have the same problem. I think for me, just as I've gotten older, one thing that I've really come to understand is you have to check yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a very strong component in just making sure everybody around me is happy in order to keep myself happy, but that's not going to happen if I'm at 50%. So I kind of always look at relationships as 100% together. And if we're not 100% together, what are we going to do to get us to that point? Like if I'm at 60 and you're at 40, we're great. But if I'm at 40 and you're at 40, what are we going to do about that extra 20? So I think communication is definitely key, but I think just holding space for yourself is more important. One thing that I started doing a few years ago, I keep actually a post-it note on the back of my door because I'm totally that person. And the post-it note says, is what you're leaving serving you tomorrow? Or serving God tomorrow. And I look at that every time I leave my door and I think about it, because if I'm leaving to go out and drink just to satisfy everybody else, I'm going to be hungover at work tomorrow and I'm not going to make no money. Right?
Yeah.
But if I leave and I'm going to do something for somebody else that I know is going to make my heart full, then it's not a big deal.
That was a great quote. I would highlight that quote because that was. I might put that posted up on my door.
You should.
That was a great quote.
Louis.
So today's question is, what part of you had to die for you to become the person you are today?
Ooh. That's a deep question. You know, I'm one to believe that we're constantly going through death and rebirth. You know, it's kind of like, you know how your palate changes every 7 years? It's kind of how I feel about personality. But I would probably say in like an emotional way. Is that kind of what you mean? Or like a personality trait?
It's more of a question where it's whoever hit home for you. So it's like it's really targeted to the questionnaire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think I had to have the part of me that I guess cares about what happens next in the world or for myself, and to let go of whatever it might happen in the future, you know? So like just focus on what I'm doing right now and, you know, yeah, so like the anxious part of thinking about what could happen.
Yeah. And just to give you a better understanding of the question, like how it would impact me would be like me giving up drinking and smoking would be like like a part of me that I was used to go out partying, rah, but I wasn't able to get myself out there to ask people questions like this or even start a YouTube channel, get myself on camera. So it took me to give up that in order for me to gain the confidence in myself again.
Yes.
To do this, or I would have to get drunk to do stuff like this.
Okay, so like, what did I have to give up to be where I am now?
Yeah, like what you had to let go. But I like how you answered it, and I wanted to like add on to it, like aspects of ego death. Would you say that would be the closest to what you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's lifestyle things that needed to change. Like, I've been through the ringer. Like, I was, you know, I've had a life. You know, but yeah, I mean, very closely. Like, yeah, I had other issues going on in my younger life where now I can actually achieve what I want, you know. You know, like right now I'm making a film that's based here, and yeah, it's pretty neat. But I wouldn't have been able to do that, you know, maybe 2 years ago because I hadn't had the time or focus to be able to like let go of, you know, people talk about doing things, right?
Yeah.
But they talk about the thing and doing it instead of actually doing the action. So it's important to me to actually fulfill the action and do the thing itself.
My name's Alexis.
So what part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
What part of what?
What part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. I don't know. What part of me had to die? I feel like just coming out of my shell and like being my introverted self had to die to, blossom into the person that I am today and just be more like outgoing and friendly and putting myself out there.
That's beautiful. So I work with people for self-improvement. I'm a self-improvement guy. And so I face a lot of people that's going through all types of journeys, all types of self-growth. What advice would you give them during your journey of just coming out your shell and being more outgoing? What advice would you give them and just the struggles and dealing with that struggle?
Just be true to yourself. Like, even if you don't really, feel confident in yourself, just always stay true to what you want to do and be confident in yourself. Try not to think about what other people, think about you.
Danielle.
Olivia.
Danielle and Olivia. So today I'm asking them, what part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
I'll let you go.
I don't know. Probably just being immature. Now I'm mature.
Immature?
I guess, I don't know. I'm a mom. I feel like I don't know how to be anything other than a mom right now. So I guess Danielle had to die to become mom.
Aw, that's cute.
Oh, mother, daughter. I was wondering what her resemblance. I thought y'all could be sisters, so I didn't know.
I'm not mom.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Now I'm dying.
That would never be.
Never. Well,
Closer in age than we are that.
really? Yeah. Wow. Hey, y'all look nice, but so my follow up question would be, for people that's struggling with just growing through their immaturities and growing up, just being more mature, what advice would y'all give them during y'all journey to improve in that aspect?
Seek God.
Seek God.
Yeah, you are on your
Have a
journey.
strong faith and just walk closely with Jesus.
Amen.
Mine is just be grateful for all the little things. Find little happy spots of your day and just be a more grateful person.
I'm O.
And I'm Angel.
Angel. So today's question for y'all is, what part of you had to die in order for you to become the person you are today?
Say what part of me had to die?
To become the person you are today.
It was my heart. My heart had to die.
Your heart, like loving what? Loving the world, loving yourself.
Just love, period. Pouring so much love into other people. It had to die. I had to cease that.
I would say my wild side had to die to become the person I had to become today.
And I understand both sides, because I'd have been when I overloved and was overly nice to people, and I got backstabbed. And you know how the world is. When you too outgoing, people will like try to bring you down, especially when they see niceness and I help you out, bro. Yeah, I lift you up. When you start doing that too much, people will take advantage. And also, my wild side is I don't drink or smoke no more. I had to get that up. I had to give up the party life in order to gain the confidence in myself, because I used to have confidence, like I gotta drink in order to ask people like, y'all, would y'all be down to get on camera with me? Like, no, that's not the type of person I wanted to be. But y'all got any advice y'all can give people that's at home that just battling love, is just trying to figure out how to pour love into people, but without being hurt? And that's a hard question and topic to knock down, and just trying to let go of, I gotta be outside, I gotta be seen, I gotta be on the scene. Y'all got any advice to y'all overcoming that, or y'all just facing that, and y'all can help people?
Be more in tune with the youth. Show them more love. Start loving them more, and start knowing what they like and what their favorite things to do and all that. It'll help change you.
What he said.
Trey Howe.
All right, so Shrey, today's question is, what part of you had to die to become the person you are today?
My childish side.
Your childish?
Some of it.
In what ways? Like, if you can, like, would you say that's more immaturity, or just like not taking things so seriously, or taking things too lightly?
I think not staying balanced.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Life's all about balance. You get the good, you get the bad. You know what I mean? That you got to be able to flow with things and stay on course rather than let life knock you off balance. And it took me a little longer to learn that.
And I feel that. So with me on my journey, and being self-improvement journey, I deal with a lot of people that's also going through their own journeys, and most of them do still got problems like, yeah, I'm not mature, yeah, I'm childish, yeah, I'm not balanced, I feel like I spilled too much water in this cup than that cup. What advice would you give them, being that you're aware of the things you need to grow in during your journey that you think can relate to like just overall the people?
It's okay to work on yourself. You know what I mean? I'm all about showing love and giving love to the people that's around me and that give me love. But at the same time, you got to have it to give it. So that's my biggest lesson to anybody is, you know what I mean? I feel like be comfortable loving yourself first.
If you're searching for answers, stop searching.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking for something, you usually won't find it. Something usually comes to you when you're not looking.
Oh shit.